Guess what, everyone? 2025 really is clown world. President Trump has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Now, you might think that's pretty dumb. You might think Trump is one of the top 10 people who doesn't deserve to be nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. But apparently, Republicans in the House of Representatives see things differently. Specifically, according to The Hill, this is Buddy Carter, the Republican of Georgia, who has nominated Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize for the president's role in brokering this week's ceasefire agreement between Iran and Israel. Carter said he wrote a letter to the Norwegian Nobel community on Tuesday to formally nominate Trump for the coveted prize in recognition of his extraordinary and historic role in brokering an end to the armed conflict between Israel and Iran. It is unclear if the ceasefire will hold, and Trump berated both sides Tuesday morning before leaving for a NATO summit in Europe. Yeah, he said, what the F, they don't know what the F they're doing, and he dropped the F-bomb just on camera. So yeah, we've definitely taken the gloves off in terms of our presidents. But yeah, this ceasefire thing obviously is not, it's not going to work. I'm sorry, it's not going to work. So President Trump is not going to win the Nobel Peace Prize. This nomination is not going to get him anywhere. I think the people who do the choosing will see through this nonsense. Quote, "We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the F they're doing." That's what Trump said to reporters. And he really put some emphasis on the F word there. Carter's letter, which comes 3 days after Trump bombed multiple sites in Iran. Yeah, great timing. Also touted the president's role in preventing the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism from obtaining the most lethal weapon on the planet, referring to Iran's efforts to get a nuclear weapon. Okay, so Congressman Buddy Carter here has fallen for the propaganda, hook, line, and sinker. The propaganda about Iran. Be afraid, be afraid, be afraid. Oh, they're the biggest threat ever. They're the worst, they're the worst. Yeah, there are countries that are bigger threats than Iran, dude. Holy cow. And he was probably against the Iran deal. And he would probably say Obama doesn't deserve the Nobel Peace Prize for the Iran deal. Now, Obama did win the Nobel Peace Prize, actually. And a lot of people criticized that. They were like, it's way too early. Holy cow, we don't know what this guy's going to do. And Obama did quite a few drone strikes. I should say hundreds. But yeah, he did drone strikes, and he was criticized for winning the Nobel Peace Prize. So I suspect a lot of MAGA types and right-wingers will say, well, Trump gets to have it too then. And it's like, okay, first of all, two wrongs don't make a right. Two wrongs don't make a right. And second of all, Trump's worse than Obama on foreign policy. He just is. He's going to cause far more death than Obama ever could. Quote, "President Trump's influence was instrumental in forging a swift agreement that many believed to be impossible," Carter wrote in his letter. President Trump also took bold, decisive actions to halt Iran's nuclear ambitions and ensure that the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism remains incapable of acquiring a nuclear weapon. Dude, really? Really? Where were you for the Iran deal to applaud that? Are you just a partisan hack, Buddy Carter? What is going on here? Let me know in the comments if you are just a partisan hack. We had the Iran deal 10 years ago, roughly 10 years ago. It was summer 2015, and it was working very well. Obama was applauded by it, even by some right-wingers. Applauded for it, I should say. He was applauded by right-wingers, centrists. People are like, yeah, no, this is a good idea. Even leftists who staunchly stand against Obama's foreign policy were like, yeah, no, this is the right thing to do. This is good. This is good foreign policy. But this guy comes along and he's like, Trump actually deserves it. He's sicking it to Iran. He took us out of the deal and he bombed Iran, and that gets him the Nobel Peace Prize because ceasefire or something like that. The ceasefire, it's not going to work. Sorry, it's not going to work. So yeah, this is typical Republican grasping at straws nonsense. And we should all laugh at this guy because it's humiliating. It's humiliating. And imagine if someone nominated a Democrat for bombing Iran after they bombed Iran for a Nobel Peace Prize. Everyone on the right would laugh it up, meme it up. Haha, look at Democrats dumb. Democrats are pro-war. They think that being pro-war means that you get a Nobel Peace Prize. How stupid are they? Haha. But these guys are in a cult, really. They're in a cult, a MAGA cult. And they're like, Trump, yeah, let's go, man. They would have nominated him for it regardless. There are some of them who want to put his face on Mount Rushmore. And yeah, let's hope they don't get their way, because we don't need 5 faces on Mount Rushmore, let alone Donald Trump's face. Let me know what you think in the comments below about Buddy Carter's ridiculous nomination of Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. Please like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This is the more the merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.